want to share with you how wonderful this is, being on the beach. Even though, like I said, I am fat and disgusting. You see all of it right there. I mean, it's wonderful, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, you have so much fear and trepidation when you first come out because, you know, you're worried about your appearance and that type of thing. But the bottom line of it is really, you know, you're out to have fun. And I hope I don't get dunked in the water by the waves, but you're out to have fun. And the bad thing about it is that it's almost like when you're acting or if you're dancing or you're singing and you get on stage, once you decide that you're going to have fun and that's your purpose and that's what you're going to do, you kind of block out everything that's around you. And once you immerse yourself in that fun, like I'm immersing myself in the water, you know, it's very liberating. It's uplifting. You feel the weight being lifted off of your shoulders. Now, like I said, aesthetically, it's pretty scary because, you know, I wiped out the whole beach. There's that section where you see the little laptop. That was where I was. There were actually people in that section. But as I disrobed, everybody like slowly disappeared. Even the old ladies. There were like 2 old ladies that were sitting there, and they all just disappeared. So that was my goal. My goal was to just get into the water, which I've done. So I've gotten into the water, and I'm not going under the water because again, I do not want to go from curly to straight again. Because I am planning on looking for other employment and other stuff like that. And I want to sit here, but I'm scared because I don't want to get sand like in different places and stuff. So yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, even though it doesn't seem like it's really prevalent, racism does still exist, and there's a reason for it. You know, I can understand the part about, you know, just kind of being, you know, fat and black on the beach, but I don't know. I think just like children, if you just enjoy your life and enjoy what it is that you have, you know, you really don't have a lot to be concerned about. So I've gotten in the water. I'm not going all the way under because if my hair gets wet, I'm gonna have to flat iron it, and I don't want to do that. So, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get some pictures, and again, it's about the appreciation of the skin and the body that you're in, and the reason why that's so important. And I wanted to get some of this on video so that I could like go back and edit out pictures because it's just me by myself. But I can't really see if you can see it. Yeah, I think you can. But the reason that this is so important is because there's a lot of people that, you know, at one time in your life, you know, may have been in shape. And I thought that really I was a powerhouse, that I was never going to get fat again because, you know, I knew what it took. You know, I knew the devastation that it took for me to allow to have that much determination to pull it together, you know. And I knew there was a very unique set of circumstances that came into my life that allowed that to happen for me. Now, but you never know what life is going to give you, you know. And once you get torn down, if you're able to build back up from, you know, being from ground sand level where you're just crashed under the waves, and that's how I felt when I was going through the legal situation. I felt like I was doing a good job and I was swimming, but every time I got my head above water, that I just continuously got knocked down. It was like I was being drowned, and finally you just let go, you know, and then you become part of, you know, whatever it is out there. So, I mean, this is going to be an encouragement to all the people that weren't fat and nasty, that became fat and nasty all of a sudden. You know, get out, get some air, do whatever it is that you do, and you know, and sometimes it's a little bit easier as a loner because when you have friends, sometimes your friends can be your worst enemies because they, you know, the fun, the socialism, you're representing them by being with them. And I think this man is really waiting for me to leave, but I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving until the sun goes down. But and that's pretty sad, but it's true. So yeah, so that's what all it is. And like I said, I'm very open, so I'm pretty aware that someone may, maybe recording this for laughter purposes, you know, and I'm pretty okay with that, you know. And I haven't looked down, so, you know, and I am pretty hairy, so yeah, you can see all the hair and stuff. So that's even worse. But like I said, it's about, you know, knowing your body, knowing your art. I know that this is here, and I'm okay with that. And I guess it's really about it, you know. As you can, whew, a bird just dipped down and got a fish out of the water. So I'm gonna let y'all see like all of the good, bad, and ugly, just because, you know, I think it's important, you know, for your own self-image, that you know that you're aware. You know, as you can see, I don't have my bathing suit, so I'm in my bra and panties, really, really. But as you can see, we have the funky mini ears, which, like I said, if I fix my hair, it would be okay. But you know, it's just for me. My glasses. Then we have the sports bra with the regular bra underneath, and from there we have fat belly. We got to get on dry land in this because I don't want to get my camera wet. So, you know. And I think the other reason that people kind of run off like that is because they don't want the impression that I guess like they're watching me, you know. So that type of thing. And I do feel sort of subconscious, but you have to start somewhere, you know. You can't just, and I'm approaching the camera, that's why I'm looking here. I didn't realize it, but you have to start somewhere. And I can see it from here, so I'm gonna just look enough so that I can see what's going on here. But I want to show y'all like all the disgusting things that everybody else is seeing. So this is the top. And basically this is the first round because I had an interview thing. And then I don't think the camera picks it up, but this is my fat belly. And you get a real view of how fat it is, like from the side. I can't see because it's so bright out here, but I'm sure you can see. You gotta go down lower. The fat belly here. So yeah, the belly's there. I can't see. I want y'all to see it because, again, I think it's important that you see all of your imperfections so that you can better them. And not only is it a fat belly, but this is that hairy belly. You can see the yeah, you know. And even if I do, you still see everything. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty gross, you know. But again, it's a process, you know, for me. In order for me to be smooth, I have to use hair, and I didn't. Well, I didn't. I don't know, because I've gotten accustomed to shaving, which is okay. Like if you're not showing everything, so that's what it is. And now, just because I still have the camera running, I'm gonna turn to the back so that there's back view and the shadow's nice. If nothing else, the shadow will work. The back view, and the back view probably looks pretty bad too because I have the overhanging, whatever this is called, this thing here. All of this is hanging over. So imagine that from the back, and I'm not really round in the back either. So that probably, I didn't realize I made it that bigger. That's why I can't see. But I'm not really. See, that's the belly, and this is the hairy belly, and the hairy stuff, and the hair like you know. And so, well, the purpose is the back. Okay, so I got the back. And like I said, you know, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of where you are and, you know, what it is that's there, because, and you see it real good here, like this. You know, there should not be any of this. I remember when, like, even if I had a little pudge, it used to bother me, but this is huge, and it's been like this for a long time now. You know, so I mean, it is what it is. And then the back. I can't see the back from here because I've had to turn around to see the back. But basically it's the strength. But the way that my sides are, I'm fat, so they're hanging over. So it's not a good thing. But first thing, like when I used to, like when I wasn't as fat before, but when the first time I tried to get back into shape, I would wear like really short and really tight stuff so that I could see everything. And it worked because when you're running, you're seeing, it's like when people say they're sculptures and they whittle away the part of them that, everything that doesn't look like whatever they're trying to make. It's the same thing with your body. You look at it, and whatever it is that you don't want, you pay attention to it, and you see, okay, well, you don't want all of this, so when you're running or whatever you do, you're focusing on it. Same thing from the side view. If you don't want the belly when you're running, you're focusing on that, you know?